lying to people because you don't like me. That, like, I feel bad for that poor girl, because you're literally essentially bullying someone else in the process of bullying me. Calling someone pretty is not a compliment, especially if you're doing it because you don't like me. Like, people are just horrible human beings. Is she pretty, or are you lying? Not 60 people acting like they think the same. Is she pretty, or are you lying because you don't like me? Do you know people could easily tell when you're lying? You're trying so hard and it's not working. You're a tryhard. Don't be a tryhard, because people can see right through that. Even on internet, people could tell when you're not being truthfully honest, right? I know a lot of you guys don't think that I look old or that I look older than your mother. Let's just be totally honest. You're just saying that because you don't like me. I can feel it through the screen. You really don't mean what you say. Like, you could, no matter how many times you say, yes, we do, I do understand that you're lying. I can feel it. I know. Like, you're just saying that because you don't like me. Let's not get into this, because it's not going to work out for you. You're uplifting other people in the worst way possible by lying to them. Some people are empaths, but I can feel when people say things just to say things because they don't like me. It's just like, this is something else I was gonna say. It's just like when I bring up, like, you know, when someone, the phone's about to die. I might have to put this sideways. It wasn't really charging. I had it charging so I could go live, and I looked and the phone was dying because someone knocked. The wallpaper is like this because they took the green screen away that I used. So anyways, I was gonna say something. That's like when I say, well, not say, when I bring up something about someone's live stream or to the effect, and that person is like 10 times attractive, and we can all acknowledge that, right? And they're like, nah, that didn't happen just because you don't like me, or because, like, you think I'm ugly. Do you think everyone else is gonna think I'm ugly? Because let's be honest, that is not 100% true. Looks aren't everything. People have to realize that. You could still be attractive looking and still be stupid as hell. Excuse my language. Hail. I said Hail, not HE double hockey sticks. I said hail because I can't say the word. You could still be attractive looking and still be stupid as hell. I can't say the other word because, you know, but. Why do people think all attractive people are just interested in attractive people? Have you not seen celebrities who have dated regular looking people? People you would be like, why are you with that person? Like, you are like 10 times more attractive than that person, or attractive. Sounds like I'm saying attractive than that person. There's a lot of people who get shamed on here for their relationships. Like, there was, like, the one girl I always bring up, her husband is like in the gym all the time, works out a lot. She's plus size. They're two totally different people, and people can't see that totally opposite people can be together. And that to me is crazy. That to the point where there are skinny girls in his DMs telling him to leave her for them because they're skinny. That is the type of insecurity I do not want to be. Insecure women who bring down other women's weight because they're insecure with themselves. And I'm tired of this narrative, like, oh, all you guys do is you guys bully and attack and make fun of fit women because you don't like them, but yet plus size women get praised. Stop with that narrative. It's annoying. There's this narrative between fit, like, not overweight girls and like overweight girls having this, like, there's no argument, there's no debate. We get treated a lot worse than someone who is fit is. I'm sick and tired of people saying like, oh, we're the ones who get the worst of it. No one is literally telling you to go eat a salad because you're fit or because you're not plus size. No one is literally making fat phobic comments in your comment sections. No one literally, and let's bring this up. It says people love to mention Wesley, right? And one of my comment section, they were like, maybe if you lose weight, you would date. Like, what type of crap is that? Like, let's just really get into it. Which he came to my defense because I was horrible and bullying and rude. Literally, I was upset and came to my defense to tell him off because that is like literally crazy that this guy sat here being like, maybe if you lost weight, he would date. Like, he never said I had to lose weight to date him. So let's get that perfectly clear because some people don't think like you. Fat phobia really exists. Some people don't think like you. Some people are not like you. Like, you can't compete where you can't compare. It's because you secretly want to date someone who is plus size, but you don't know how to go about it because you feel like you'll be clowned if you date a girl who is plus size. Your friends will bully you, right? I don't remember the comment. It was like so long ago, but this person was like, maybe if you lose weight, he'll date you. I was like, it was kind of hurtful at the time because, you know, people don't understand that these fat phobic comments sometimes to someone who had an ED is very hurtful. Like, why are you that bothered that plus size people exist? Why are you that bothered that someone exists in their body and actually doesn't really care what people think? Why does it bother you? I don't see you telling fit people, like, go eat a salad.
Coming up next, the conclusion.
That's so annoying. Like, they try to do this narrative, like, fit people face the worst. No, they don't. They actually get treated a lot better. We get shamed when it comes to things. Did you know that it is very hard for like plus size women to even become models because the way they get shamed? Do you know that a lot of models who modeled literally resorted to doing dangerous things to lose weight because they had to look a certain image? They had to look thin, skinny, whatever to fit this like image in the magazines and stuff. Let's be honest. There was that whole episode on Full House where, you know, the audio that I used where DJ, I believe it was, saw all these models that were like thin, like really skinny, and she wanted to look like them, and she wished she looked like them, but she couldn't. So what did she resort to? Doing an unhealthy thing, which was starving herself. She starved herself because she thought maybe if she didn't eat, she would lose weight faster, and she would like make excuses why she couldn't eat dinner. And then when Stephanie snitched on her, right? And like, well, it's not snitching because obviously she did need to speak up because her health was so bad, and it is still, that is actually true. Like, that is real life what women go through. And women on the internet have to exist 10 times, have to fight to exist 10 times as hard on the internet being plus size because they get shamed for everything that they wear. Oh, you can't wear this. You don't look good in this. Fat people should not wear crop tops. It's disgusting. Like, you know, it is so annoying to me that fat people get shamed for existing, and I get shamed for everything, including fat phobia, but no one wants to speak on that. You know what the issue is? And this is the problem. People love to speak when someone is coming to my defense in my comment section, but they won't speak up about the racism, right? Or anything that is going on. In my comment section, someone said, I don't condone those people being racist in your comment section. I already said that. That's a lie. Racism does not end racism if you think I'm racist, which can't be, but based off of what you think, right? You think racism ends racism. So how is it that these people are hurt, the same people are hurt who are hurt, right? Because this person was like, You need to address the people who are hurt. How is it the same people who are hurt are the ones who are being racist? If they are hurt, then why are they being racist?
For bold, smooth flavor in every batch of black soap.
You're hurt, but you're being racist. That doesn't make sense. Right? You can't be hurt and be racist at the same time. You're not hurt enough to be racist to me, especially lots of white people who come to my page being racist towards me.
Now there's a simple
How can you be hurt and be hateful towards me?
pain off. It's called
Because I said, some men of Instagram, like the creepy men of Instagram, if you're a creepy man of Instagram, then that totally applied to you. It totally applied to you. I said the creepy men of Instagram who send unsolicited photos are only packing a Tic Tac. And like men with large followings everywhere was like, you're body shaming men. And let me tell you the extent of how far they went. They literally sent me photos proving that they didn't have a Tic Tac, like if I cared. Okay, was I talking to you? Was I talking to you? So you literally sent me an unsolicited photo that I didn't ask for to prove that you don't have a like, okay, I care why? I should have sent it back to your family, but like, I didn't ask for that. I'm gonna prove, does this look like a Tic Tac to you? And I was like,
okay, but we've been together here. You said you loved me, you wanted to be with me, so what the?
I love her. That's who I've been with. I was with her before I was even with you.
no, it looks like an insecurity problem to me. That's what it looks like. You're insecure because you let something that I was not talking to you about offend you. And the fact that I said it on TikTok and not Instagram, because, you know, that really offended the TikTok men. They were out here so pissed off that I said that to them. Wow. Like, okay. You're mad that I said creepy men of Instagram who send unsolicited nudes or unsolicited photos are only packing a Tic Tac. Because I was getting a lot of unsolicited photos and I was angry and I wanted to speak up because they literally are the ones that try to send you photos trying to prove that they're packing for what? Like, no one asked for that. You think you're gonna pick up a girlfriend or a girl just by sending them random crap on the internet? Let's be honest, and it doesn't only happen to women, it happens to men too, which is really weird. I could never understand women actually going to the extent, going to the lengths to send someone, a guy they just barely met, nudes. That's crazy. I could never understand that either. Like, how you just outright admit, like, yeah, I sent him. You don't know him, but you... She threw him in the water? Oh, Lord. And he's walking away with the girl he cheated with while he fell in the water? I'd be embarrassed. I wouldn't even go with him. These women are embarrassing. They literally go with the guy that's cheating. They don't even dump him sometimes. I'm like, that Cheaters is on. He cheated on her and she threw him in the fountain. Anyways. And it's just like annoying how people are. It's just like what people say to me sometimes. You would look better if you straightened your hair. That's literally hurtful towards people who love to wear their natural hair and don't want to because the way people act towards them. Do you know that this curly hair, a lot of people have to pay lots of money to get hair like this, to get it permed? Like, it is crazy that the way people treat me, they're like, maybe if you put makeup on, you will look, makeup does not make I can't even talk. Makeup does not make someone look 10 times better. People don't wear makeup to look better. That's dumb. Do you know how that sounds? Some people wear makeup because it's art. Some people do art on their faces. Be totally honest. You've seen those makeup looks that have clouds and rainbows and all kinds of stuff. People don't do makeup for other people to like literally say, well, that'll make you look. That's not how it works. They don't wear makeup for other people. That's crazy. Even like my hair, people are like, you would look good if you straight. Like, stop. I'm not straightening my hair.
Yeah, you need to be wet.
Somebody should have grabbed it. She gonna let her hit on me. Somebody grabbed it, but if I would have hit on her.
Oh, this supposed to be your bitch. She didn't do. So obviously she ain't just like you.
Don't worry about
She
it.
ain't just
Obviously,
like
she
you.
is somebody because I'm leaving with her, right?
Good.
I'm glad I'm good for y'all. That's everything. I'm cold and everything.
Like, if you did this, you would look like this. If you did this, you would look like this. Like, you have to stop doing that. If some people don't want to, they don't have to. You're telling people that they have to wear makeup for other people. That's crazy. Leave people alone. Why does the way someone look bother you that much? Do you know the extent of how bad it went? When I was in middle school, someone hated just the way I looked, my face. They hated the way I looked my face so much that they pulled a pew-pew on me and said, do you want me to shoot you with this? Because they didn't like the way it looked. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm talking about. I can't say the word because sensory. She had it in her hand like this. I didn't take her seriously. I told you guys this story. I've told you guys this story a lot. And she had it in her hand, right? I didn't take her seriously. I laughed in her face. You know, that was probably a dumb decision to do, considering that this girl, the school that I went to, a lot of people were in gangs. So, I mean, that was not wise to do it. But she didn't do anything. She just put it in her backpack and just like went to class. And when I had told my mom, because I had told the teacher, right? The school didn't do anything, so my mom called the it's like the main building, like the head of public schools, and I don't know if they searched her backpack. They didn't find anything, but at the time, like, I didn't take it when I was in middle school. To be honest with you, I didn't take anything seriously. I thought everything was a joke. Okay, let's be honest. I'm a middle schooler. What do you expect? Like, at that age, what do teachers expect, right? There was one teacher that hated me so much because I didn't take anything seriously. I laughed at everything. I thought everything was funny. This teacher, though, like, okay, this is the teacher that I always tell you guys all the time. I forget his name. He literally was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, because he was Jewish. He was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, big old huge, like, he probably worked out a lot in the gym. He was like one of those guys that would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. He would be in one of those action movies, you know, like, for his good looks. He'll be an actor just because he's good looking, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever. So this teacher, I hated him because we were reading the Harry Potter books in class. This was like, I forget, I don't know if this was English or what, but you know those teachers that have monotoned, like the monotone voice where it's just like they have one voice and they read everything in that one voice, and it's just like you hate class because they always have that like one voice type thing. And so anyways, I would always sleep in the class. I had this like heavy brown like jacket with fur on it. It was like a real nice jacket I got. My parents got me. And I would always hide under there and sleep. And he didn't like that because obviously I would pretend like I'm reading Harry Potter, but I think obviously there's no hiding because obviously I'm under my hood. Anyways, he would say that he would have an issue. This teacher was crazy. He wrote a whole list of things not to make excuses for when you didn't have your homework, which was all dumb excuses. Do you think people are literally gonna say that? Do you think people are literally gonna come to class and say that? Like, that is insane. Like, if someone says that, obviously you know it's a lie. Like, he had a whole list saying, like, I was abducted by an alien, my family member choked on a meatball and I was in the ER, so I couldn't do my homework. My dog ate it. Like, come on now. Like, he gave us a paper of a whole list of things, not a whole list of excuses not to say to him when we didn't have our homework. Like, if we was going to say those excuses. The classic, my dog ate my homework. He literally said one time, he had a student that came to school or came to class and said that their bird crapped on their paper, and he didn't believe them until he called the parent. Like, he called their parent and they said, yeah, like they confirmed it. And then he was like, I felt pretty stupid. I was like, this guy is crazy. I've had crazy teachers in my lifetime, you know. My elementary school teacher would tell us stuff that we're in elementary school. We shouldn't be hearing this stuff about how her brother was chased by police and he ended up on the roof of a Walmart. Like, the way, like, he was literally having a mental health crisis, and you're telling elementary school kids that. Like, we're in school to learn. We're not in school to hear about your personal problems. And she was the very same teacher who claimed that leprechauns were after her every St. Patrick's. Like, that's crazy.
Mary Jameson is in awe.
I remember we came to her class one time. We walked in, I don't know, this lady trashed her whole room. Like, that to me seems like someone who is not fit to be a teacher. But she threw all of her stuff on the floor. Like, the shelving was thrown over, papers were thrown over. She put little footprints on her roof. And she was like, the leprechauns are after me. They're the ones who did this. They trashed my roof. I was like, that sounds crazy. No, it's not. Yeah, I could get if it's a joke. But to trash your whole room like that, you are damaging school property. You are damaging the school property. That's when you gotta draw the line. Right? You can't sit here and damage school property and say the leprechauns are after you. You gotta pay for that. She literally threw school property all over. Her whole room was all trash. We had to clean that. She made us clean her mess. That's crazy. Oh, look what's on again. Grease. We always miss it at the beginning. They're showing Grease because, what do you call it's coming out? I think today on Paramore, that Pink Ladies show that they're coming out with. Anyways, so she like trashed her whole room and made us clean it. And then, like, how are you gonna do that? Like, we're supposed to learn. We're not supposed to be here to clean a mess that you made, right? You always learn in elementary school, like, to pick up after yourself. You literally trashed your whole room and was like, you gotta clean it. Okay? So then it's like, we have to clean it, but what are we really learning? Did we learn anything? I had another teacher in freshman year. We were learning, it's New Mexico history, I think it was called, because, I don't know, I've never heard of any, like, I don't know if you guys have, like, state history where you live. Like, if you live in, like, New York, do you have, like, New York history? Because I'm confused. I've heard of history class, right? But I've never heard of a history class that is in the state you live in. So, we literally had to take this New Mexico history. And the teacher that I had was literally like the woman version of Jack Black. We never learned in that class New Mexico history. We didn't learn not a thing. She would tell us about her personal problems. I was like, bro, what is with you? I was like, well, in high school, I was kind of like, well, thank God, we don't really gotta learn much, so hey. At this class, I was like, if we don't gotta learn much, that's cool. I didn't really care because, you know, but there was one time she told me that there was one time she told us she got arrested for something. The police, she got out of it. I don't remember. She always used to tell us her personal stories. She never really taught us New Mexico history. And I was like, hey, it's an easy class, right? Anyways, like, but the craziest teacher I had, well, the teacher in middle school that I had, her name was Miss Patrick. Now, mind you, I never had this other teacher, but she taught next door in my middle school, so I've heard rumors about her. The teacher next door, which my brother had, there was a teacher next door that was named Miss 10. Okay, trigger warning, because it's involving minors. Apparently, this teacher had a bunch of kids by minors. And my friend also said that her son had her class and confirmed that, well, not confirmed, but from what she said, it was kind of confirmed that she did with the students, because she would allow them to do whatever they wanted as long as they didn't tell when she did stuff with students in the classroom. And her son was in that class, and she did tell me about Miss 10, and I was like, and then that's when it like clicked, because when everyone was saying this stuff, I was like, well then, like, I know my friend would be lying. Like, I had never mentioned anything about Miss 10 until I brought it up, because I was talking about my middle school, and she was like, oh, my son went to that middle school. And I was like, really? And I was talking about Miss 10 and like some of the teachers, and like that's what she had mentioned that, and I was like, it's kind of a confirmation. And this is like, the thing is that like when I talked about this story, like, you know, like the Mr. Riney situation with Trish, where Trish accused Mr. Riney and he didn't do any of that, saying like Mr. Riney like touched her or whatever. When I talked about this teacher, Miss 10, and I said allegedly, I said, because of what a lot of people said, people literally was like, oh my God, you're literally trying to get her job, get her fired from her job, you're literally lying on her. And I was like, how did I lie if I said allegedly? People don't even know what middle school it's at. Like, do you think they're gonna call the middle school and make claims? Like, literally, they don't even know what middle school. So, and someone tried to say some random middle school, and I was like, that's not it. Like, this hair keeps like coming forward. Anyways, some people was like trying to say the middle school, and I was like, that's not even where she works. Like, y'all weird. Let's be honest. It's like, it's not slim. Like, teachers get caught with minors all the time. I used to hear stories about teachers allowing their students to do in class, like they would watch out for people. They would literally have students stand outside their room to make sure teachers weren't coming, and they would allow their students to do adult activities with each other in the classrooms. Like, I've heard that school was not like, that school was kind of, it was not really a bad school, but it was not a good school because of the stuff that I heard. So that's what I just heard, because students would talk about being like, there's this one teacher, I forget who it was, because I remember the teacher at the time, because when I was going there, like, I saw the teacher, and they would always say like, this teacher allows, like, they literally like said the teacher would allow them to in the classroom, and I'm like, that's crazy.
With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at Wyndham Hotel.
And Miss 10 has a lot of kids because she used to drive a van, one of those big old white vans, because she had a lot of kids. obviously she needed a van for all the kids that she had. So I wouldn't put it past her. Like, I mean, I don't think it was like a rumor because she had a lot of kids. I mean, it was really weird. It was odd because she would allow her students to play video games in the classroom. Like,
Nobody's mind really goes to
okay,
to be successful.
like it seems suspicious because, you know, it's like literally saying, if you don't tell on me,
I wear UFOs because
like I'll let you play, like bribing the kids, because it's easy to bribe kids to not say anything. I know, because my brother had her class, and I had at the time I had this Xbox One, and he would take it to her he would take it to her class and play it. She would allow him to, and I'm like, I don't know how she allows you to play, how she allows you to play that in her class all the time. Like that, like that's not even teaching kids. If I'm being honest, like, of course some of y'all would be like, who cares? Why are you gonna care? Because obviously you get to play games all the time. You don't get to learn. Teachers are supposed to be there to teach.
You're here to decide if your relationship.
What about white privilege? You have white privilege? Oh my God. You have lost privilege. You don't even know what white privilege is. They tried to teach you, but they tried to teach me? No, they didn't try to teach me. What happened? Like, why is it like that? Oh, now it's a white screen. Oh, we're in heaven right now. I almost blocked someone by accident, and I would have left you blocked because actually it's white. I had one teacher at that elementary school where that girl pulled the pew pew out of me. I had one teacher who was white. I mentioned this before. She was racist towards me because I was black, me and this other girl. I had another teacher who tried to hold me back for the simple fact that I had a learning disability. And because I had a learning disability, she tried to, I wasn't allowed, when you have like a learning disability and you're in special ed classes, you have to go to what's called an IEP. It's like a meeting where they hold with your parents to talk about ways to better how you learn, because my learning. They were saying I was writing on the wrong side of the paper. They were making all these claims which were not true. And my mom asked me, like, how come you don't go to these meetings and defend yourself? And I said, I don't go because they tell me I'm not allowed to. I have to listen to the teacher, so if I'm not allowed to go, I'm not allowed to go. And so she was lying to try to hold me back, so that way I could be held back, and tried to fail me for no reason. Like, I had a teacher like that. There are teachers like that who literally do that to people because, that's crazy. So no, some of these teachers didn't try to teach me. Some of these teachers just wanted to hold me back just because I had a learning disability. And we're gonna have to fix this. There. It's like crazy to me that these people literally say, look at me. Yeah, look at me. Look at thousands of other Americans who are sleeping in their car or who are living in a motel because they can't afford to live and they have a 9-to-5 job. So look at other Americans. What does teaching me have to do with where I'm at right now and how I'm living? We're forced to go to school. We're forced to go to public school. What happens when you don't go to school? They take you away from your parents because your parents aren't sending you to school. You don't have a choice of whether or not you want to go to school. You do. You can drop out. When you're in high school, if you don't want to continue school, you can drop out. But is that really going to benefit you when you need a diploma? And then you have to go back and get one? What does where I'm living at right now have to do with anything? I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be rich and own a house. And the only way to do that is by manifesting and actually putting in the work to get there. And if people don't literally think I am, I want you to. I want you to be against me. Because the fact that there are so many people that hate me, that say it's never going to happen, it will. And whether or not you want to support me or not, I don't care. I know what I'm destined for. Greatness. I'm not going to let anyone bring me down. Anyways, and when you're saying, okay, when? That's a stupid question. You have to understand it takes people years. Did you know that Steve Harvey didn't become successful until he was 40? And I know people are going to say, you're not Steve Harvey. I don't have to be a Steve Harvey. That's just saying something. Steve Harvey didn't become successful until he was 40. Steve Harvey lived out of his car. Did you know that Steve Harvey lived out of his car? He lived out of his car while his wife and children lived. I forget where they were living at the time. He was doing comedy. He was doing comedy clubs, right? He was going to comedy clubs. Thank you for the gift points. He didn't think he will. He didn't even know what he wanted to do. He didn't even have this like dream of being a comedian. He didn't know what he wanted to do.
We made a promise to our boy Blue that we would make.
And when he won his first comedy club, because he was doing it to make money, he wasn't doing it for a career. He was doing it to provide for his family. When he won his first show, that's when he realized, he said, this is what I wanted to do. And I realized that when I won my first show. It's okay not to know what you want to do. It's okay to want to do all this stuff. It's like stressful because I want to do all this stuff, but I have so many ideas. It's hard to put them together and put them down because I want to do something else. I want to do something else. And my brain is like all over. And right now I know what's the main thing I want to do, which I'm going to work on. But I'm not working on it for people, for myself. I need to be better for myself. I want to own a house. I don't want to pay rent, and pay rent every month to someone. I don't want to struggle anymore. I want to be successful. I don't want to work for a corporation who doesn't pay people living wages. We are here just taking what we can get. Right? You may want to live paycheck to paycheck. Can you get through? You may want to live paycheck to paycheck. Like, you are telling corporations it's okay not to pay people. Did you know in London they're on strike? What do you call it? The trash truck people that pick up your trash in London, they are on strike for more pay. Teachers are on strike for more pay. Did you know that? They are on strike because they want to be paid more teachers. And whatever you call the people that pick up trash. Anyways, here in America, people just take what they can get. You can use your voice. You can literally go on strike. If all the teachers went on strike to get higher pay, I'm pretty sure they would. You see, nothing is going like with the TikTok ban. Someone said you have to call in, email, let them know why TikTok shouldn't be banned. People are not going to do that. You are allowing the government to overreach. You take what is thrown at you. Come here. Look, Hershey. Hershey, look. Come here. Anyways, the problem with y'all is you would rather live paycheck to paycheck, right? And there's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job. It's just the fact that these 9-to-5 jobs don't pay people a living wage. That's the issue. These corporations make billions of dollars sitting back, going on these lavish vacations, while you are working at McDonald's struggling to decide whether or not you want to keep your lights on or eat. Why should a parent have to decide whether to keep their lights on or to feed their children? That is crazy to me. While these large corporations, these large people are sitting back, going on lavish vacations, buying big old huge gigantic yachts. Do you think for 1 second that Jeff Bezos cares about his employees that work at Amazon? Let me tell you something about Amazon. He's a smart man. Thank you for the gift points. Smart. You know why? Other people are selling products on his app, on his website. Amazon whole website is just people selling their products on his website. He doesn't even sell anything. He's literally not selling a thing. The only thing he's rich for is his name, Amazon. Amazon is other people selling products off of his app, his website. I don't know if Amazon has an app, but his website. Those people are making him money. Yeah, it is. Amazon's website is other people selling products on his website. Amazon don't provide the products, other people do. He's smart. He made money off of that. I'm dripping like pickle juice. I have to clean that. Anyways, wrong? I'm not wrong. Look it up. The problem with society is that we're being classist. Right? We shame people for not having life together. It was like this video I saw that really it really affected me in a way that it affected that person, because it's stressful. People think like, oh, it's easy to go get a job, right? And one of the reasons why, like I keep stating, I don't want a job is because I'm destined to own a business. I want to be successful. I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't want to work like a robot and go to like, I don't want to work like a robot and have to go to a job when I'm told to. Get up at 6, get off 8 hours later because we have to work 8 hours a day, come home, be tired, have to go to work the next day. I don't want that. I don't. Seriously. Because commenting a bunch of dots when this is a serious subject, it's very funny. You don't take your life seriously. And you take life as a joke. Figures. Right? I would figure that childish people would take life seriously. Because of course, if you act childish, Obviously, childish people don't take life seriously. Thank you for the gift points. Stop sending me 5 cents. I don't want it. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm so ungrateful. Thank you for the gift points. Thank you for the gift points. Is that you have to enlist.
Make up the magic of the Greeks formula. Incredible music.
You have to enlist.
Just wait and
Thank you for the gift points.
But you know what?
Your ex's, your boyfriend's ex, to stop you from getting bullied. You know what? You know what I saw? Because I want, or you know what? I'm talking about Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber, where Hailey Bieber literally
who are actually pretty okay with their individuality. They're just not okay with being alone, and they're kind of
so Hailey Bieber, I never thought I would live to see the day where I would see Hailey Bieber's name on Selena Gomez's account. Thank you for the tiny diny. So thank you for the gift points, guys. So Selena Gomez, we all saw that Insta story where she told people to stop sending death threats to Hailey. Someone in my DMs, I'm not mentioning usernames, we were having a conversation about it, and they said she shouldn't get hate, like that's not okay. The thing to me about the death threats is why is Hailey Bieber acting like it's just happening now? I feel like people have never liked Hailey Bieber because she was with Justin. They've always wanted Selena and Justin to be together. And the problem is that Hailey Bieber, people have to understand, she's probably been getting death threats for a while. Hailey Bieber has been getting death threats. Let's act like it's not new. There's no way she's sitting here acting like she's just getting it now. She's probably been getting death threats for the longest time. And she wants to act like she's getting it now because she wants people to feel sorry for her after she was a mean girl and bullied Hailey Bieber. Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez was bullied by Hailey Bieber. Hailey Bieber bullied Selena Gomez. Hailey Bieber was out here doing things by copying Selena Gomez. She got the G tattoo. She was very invested in Jelena at the time, Justin Bieber, Selena. She was very much stalkers. She copied everything she did until she got her life. And when she finally got Selena Gomez's life, by living her life, by dating Justin Bieber, it is weird. Now all of a sudden you're bullying, you and your friends, Kylie and all of them, like they literally bullied. Yeah. There's someone keeps talking about this G tattoo. Apparently Selena Gomez got a very meaningful tattoo, which was, I think it was the tattoo that was for her grandmother. She got a very meaningful tattoo. Hailey Bieber went and got the same tattoo just because Selena got it. It had no meaning to it. The same area, the same tattoo, literally like copied her. And I don't know what it was. Someone mentioned G somewhere. They said G tattoo. Anyways, it is crazy to me that this girl literally stalked Selena, and all of a sudden now she wants Selena Gomez to speak out. And people have this to say, and I don't know if it's correct, because first of all, Justin Bieber's going through health problems. He's not gonna get in the middle of like drama between two women. That's crazy that they want a man to get in the middle of drama between two women. They're saying, oh, how come he doesn't speak out for his girlfriend? How come he doesn't say anything to his girlfriend? How come he doesn't like speak up? He's letting his girlfriend like all of this stuff. Hailey will start wearing a bandana like crazy. Anyways, so like they're like, he needs to speak up. He needs to speak up for his girlfriend. It's crazy that she went to his ex to like stop bullying instead of going to it's crazy. She had not she hadn't just been facing death threats. I feel like she's been getting them for a long time, and she's just acting like she got it now. Also, someone brought this to my attention, which I didn't notice. Someone mentioned this. I did not know that Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were still following each other on Twitter. Now, if like someone I was dating was following their ex, that's crazy. Like, I would just dump them. How is it that he is following his ex? And then there's this one video that's going around. I don't know. So Justin Bieber had what is it? It's that syndrome where he can't like he literally can't like move his face. He lost mobility, right? We all know that. And there's this video going around where he has no reaction when she's talking about the hate that she was getting because of Selena Gomez. Hailey Bieber was talking about it, and he had no reaction, and people said that he didn't care. He was uninterested the way that he looked. You know, Bell palsy. Thank you. Bell's palsy. That's what it was. I was trying to remember. Anyways, so they were like saying he looks, but people have to understand that he said he's had this for years. So if he has no mobility in his face, of course he's gonna look like that. How do people expect him to have a reaction when he has no mobility in his face? That's crazy. If he's sitting there having no reaction to what she's saying, his mind is probably not in the right headspace to be dealing with all of that. People don't understand that he has so much responsibility on him because of the stuff he's done in the past, right? He's done a lot of stuff which he's never correctly apologized for, and all of a sudden he's found Jesus and people forgive him because all of a sudden when these celebrities are in hot water, they end up finding Jesus and people just ignore their past, right? It's okay because he found Jesus. He's a whole changed person now, right? And with his girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend in this battle, why should he get into the middle of it when they're like, it's two women and he's a guy? Why do they expect a man to get in the middle to fight for his woman when he's dealing with this disease that is literally, he's losing his mobility? And imagine if he could never perform again, what that's like for him. And instead of being in an argument online with each other, I feel like Hailey needs to be more supportive towards Justin. And it doesn't seem like that. Like, she needs to be there to support him through his difficult time instead of causing more problems for him on the internet and expecting people to step in and literally expect him to speak up is crazy. Right? Right? Like, you're here and people are coming at him for not speaking up for her. What do you expect? He had to cancel a concert which people are mad because he performed at Rolling Loud, even though he canceled all of his concerts because he couldn't perform, but there he is performing. Like, people always find something to have an issue with. And it's so annoying and so frustrating that people expect him to speak up for her when he's going through this difficult time with Bell palsy.
More and more to the pink side. You got the show that's based in the 50s.
Like, this is just crazy that people's priorities are so wrong.
The cool pink ladies.
You need to speak up for your girlfriend. Why should he get in the middle of something that she and her friends caused? Her and Kylie Jenner both sat there bullying Selena Gomez. They started this. And he's supposed to come to her defense because she bullied Selena Gomez? That's crazy. That's not how it works. If I started drama with someone, why would I ask some of y'all to come to my defense if I started it? That's crazy.
Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa, Ariana Grande, just to name a few. So you know these songs are going to be total showstoppers. So let's take a look and a listen.
School musical numbers are going to be incredible. Like, I don't think anyone knows what they're in for. The